Hello there, thy sirs, and thy lasses, two kings here. My name is Brandon. And Sexy Rexy is not here, sadly. But I thought, we haven't done a post in a long time, which probably means like a week, maybe, I don't know. So I felt like, why not? Should I just talk to the camera? As of recently, if anyone knows, I forget the date, but I know real soon, our school, Grant, Community High School, is doing the variety show, and I decided to be a part of it. Woohoo! Just picture me doing stand-up comedy, and there's so many me in my glasses. No glasses. But yeah, I will be a stand-up comedian, which is going to be great. I really need a haircut. I've been playing with my hair way too much now. And I also felt like, why not tell a story or two? So, you know what? I'm just gonna tell them. I'm just gonna tell some stories. It's actually quite funny. Me and Rex, we just know each other. It's getting scary now. I know how we use keywords. We stated, we got keywords for stories. But, so I'm in class, right? And I'm talking to I don't even know her name, but she was talking to Rex. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to tell you a story. And Rex just instantly was like, is it the Walgreens story? And I'm like, yeah, that is. How does he know? So the Walgreens story, for those of you that do not know, which is probably all of you, what happened was me and Rex, we walked to the Walgreens, and we walked in. We're looking for some Baja, or Baja as we call it. So we're looking for the Baja, and we walk into the back, and there is the Baja. Well, one box of Baja, and it was for like $4, maybe $5. It was so much. And so what happens is I'm like, oh dang, and we're just walking around the store, and I see this whole pile of Mountain Dew, or not Mountain Dew, but Pepsi, and it says 3 for $10 on it. And I'm looking at the pile, and there in the middle of the pile, for some reason, it's just two Bajas just sitting there, and I go, Rex, give me that Baja that's over there, and watch my magic. So we get the Baja, and I walk up in front of the counter, and I slam down the Baja, not too much, because I didn't want to break our soda, and I go like, I'm buying this, and hey Rex, can you grab the 2 out of the 2 for $3 pile? Notice how I didn't say from the Pepsi pile, I just said from the 2 to 3 pile. And Rex is like, oh, okay. So he grabs them, pulls them out, and the guy looks over, not enough to see the pile, just to see the sign that says 2 for $3. And the guy's like, okay. And when he put the original amount, it was like what, $15 plus tax. It was a stupid amount, but we got it for $10, just simply because I silver tongued. I lied. But it brings up another story. Supposedly, I'm good at arguments with parents. I don't know how. I have a friend named Joe, and somehow, I don't know, I beat his mom in an argument, which is said to be an impossible task. And I did. Rex was by me, and every time she said something, she was pulling out those hard hitters too. She was going, well, I'm already here, so I'm picking him up. And I'm like, well, you're already here, and he's going to fail if he doesn't do this. He wasn't going to fail, but it was just like, this was the final project for their grade. And it's like, if he fails this, he could be screwed, or he's going to get bumped down a couple of letters. So, yeah, that was an interesting night. We spent the entire time, setting everything up for that. Actually, if you guys want to see it, it was for a book called Lord of the Flies. If you want to see it, I actually have it saved on my phone, so at any point in time you could ask me, and it's actually downloaded already onto YouTube, but we have it as link or private, just simply because it was for the class and that was it. But if you guys want to see this stupid thing that we did, I can post it. And you know, I want to get one more story out. I don't really like doing these vlogs by myself. Pots. Yes, the sign says pots. That, or it says stop to you. I don't know how this camera thing works, but to me, it says the words backwards, so it's pots. Or stop. It's stop or pots. Now let's see. Story browsing. Okay, so long ago, back in the 6th grade. Yeah. I had this friend named Sam. And if Sam is watching this, that's kind of creepy because I don't stalk him anymore. Or talk to him anymore. I shouldn't say stalk him anymore. As he knows. So, you know, we were just hanging out. And what happened was, this was when we played Yu-Gi-Oh! At school, but we weren't technically allowed to play card games at school. So my parents were just like, no playing card games at school. And, well, you see, no trading your cards. So my friend, he wanted this one white card that I had so bad, and I'm like, your birthday's coming up, I'll give you the card. Just don't say anything, don't text me, nothing, I'll just bring it to school. So the day's going great. I think we just watched someone die in Game of Thrones. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say someone died. I should say we just watched basically every episode of Game of Thrones, and then, you know, all of a sudden the phone in the room dings, and my stepmom goes, oh, I got it. She walks in there, and she just starts yelling at me afterwards, and I'm just like, oh, what did I do? And there, from Sam, is a text saying, bring the white thing. Way to go. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, I would have been okay if he's actually texted, bring the Yu-Gi-Oh card. But no, he tried to be all cool. He was like, bring the white things. And my parents were just like, drugs. They're doing drugs. They're doing that cocaine. And it wasn't that. It was just a stupid Yu-Gi-Oh card. So I think this was like when I stopped lying to my dad. Because, you know, you would always be like, do you have homework? And it's like, no. What you doing? Do you have cards with you? No. And you know, he was like, be straight up with me. I'm like, okay, it's a card. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I can actually pull up the Yu-Gi-Oh card. And my stepmom, I don't know why, but she thought I was like gonna secret agent this. She thought somehow I was gonna give him a verbal cue, you know, to lie that it was a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Sam, I'm talking about Sam. I was somehow going to do this, and it was bad because Sam wasn't making it any better. My dad straight up said, Brandon said it was a Yu-Gi-Oh card. What is it? And Sam's like, oh, no. His homework, you know, it's a project we're doing. And I'm like, Sam, stop. And this dude, I don't know how, like Twitter finger. This is before, I think this is before when people could speak to type. So, you know, dude was like speed typing with his thumbs. And I'm like, wait, it was either before that or my parents just gave me brick phones, so I never saw that function in a phone. But anyways, so he's like just making up all these stories just super fast, and it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And it got to the point where my dad was like, that's it. He lied to me so many times. And you can't talk to him anymore. So I had to go to school and tell Sam, hey, dude, I can't talk to you anymore. And my dad's got the teachers watching me. So Sam, every single day, talked to me instead. I don't know how that works, but he just was always talking to me. And me, I would, like, respond sometimes, but then I'll be like, dude, I'm not supposed to talk to you. And Sam's just like, you really think the teachers care about you? I'm like, first off, the way you said that really hurt. And second off, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I broke the number one rule. I don't know if my sister snitched on me or not. She probably did. But then again, like, this is probably the only time she ever snitches on me. snitched on me. And my dad's just like, so how's Sam? I'm like, he's okay. And I got yelled at. And he was like, why are you talking to him? I'm like, he's like my best friend. And you just told me to stop talking to him in an area where I hang out with him in every class period. That's really going to work. That face is just legendary. It's the greatest face in the world. I'm just going to continue telling the story like this. So you see... Or no, I'm going to be... But you see, what happened was... the final day of school happened. I'm like, just, hey, Dad, can I hang out with Sam? And he's just like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, cool, I'm not going to argue this one. So I'm there. My dad shows up at the ceremony, right? And every single time I look back, my dad's just over here like, got you, son. And every time Sam looks back, you just see... I don't know if Sam crapped himself that day, but like I would have, because my dad just... And then I looked and he's like... Then I moved. But, you know, actually, the reason I was talking about a story in my past is because my stand-up comedy, I'm thinking, and I don't know if you guys leave comments and stuff like what you would like. Give me like a topic or something that I could do. If none of your topics stand out to me, I'm actually going to be talking about moving. You know, moving from place to place and the stories that it gives. And I am going to tell 2 stories in my stand-up. So if you guys can, please show up, and I'll give the details of the dates later if you guys if you in the comments if you guys are actually into this. So my phone's about to die like usual, so I'm gonna have to end the video. My name is Brandon, and this is Two Kings. Where are you, buddy? In the comments, put hashtag bring back sexy Rexy. Bye-bye.